This shit is getting bad. And we're talking about the Pokemon card market and maybe the TCG card market in general. That shit has gone up a lot and people are at extreme greed right now. And it's gonna pop, maybe. There's a lot of crazies. Of course, you might have seen the scalping. We can take a look at that right now. There's people, mainly in the US, but everywhere all around the world. People are fighting over this getting a new product. That is so crazy that buying new product is so hype because it's just paper. It is just paper. And of course it's nicely printed, there's artworks, and of course there's the collectible aspect of it. But people are so kind of greedy that they're willing to do all of this. And these people, these are not the true enjoyers. These don't care about the game, they're not kids. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's a kid's toy. So why do they want it? Because they're fucking greedy. Holy shit. Crazy music in there. There's a lot of these clips online. You can see people are queuing at stores, people taking the entire stock, people skipping the lines all together to get just a small taste of the loot. And then we get on the other side, the people who are buying the cards that the scalpers are selling. And again, they're not kids, they're not the ones playing with the shit. They are what are called poke investors. What the hell is a poke investor? People have realized that buying new products, especially toys and products that have a good brand, they're collectible, they stay good for a long time, they keep their value well. These products include, of course, Pokemon cards, other trading cards, because these have like limited releases, there's limited amounts of them, they degrade over time, the demand is there's a lot of people collecting them, but of course the older packages, the older products kind of degrade over time, people lose them, people kind of they break them, they open the packages. So if you just buy something and don't open the packages, keep it sealed away, keep it for 20 years, the returns on it might be a lot better than, for example, you can get in the stock market. Of course, these sort of things has been going on for a long time, of course. People are buying art and investing in different sorts of things, but I think the mania and greed right now is at an all-time high. There's the subreddit for this called Poke Investing, where people talk about the returns. People buy these sealed products and of course these graded cards and keep them for a long time in the idea of getting good returns. So the actual product is not really hitting the market. It's these people who are kind of trying to get a profit down the line that are keeping the product, that are kind of making the prices go up, making the scalping worth it, and it is just crazy. Then there's of course new levels to this. There's people who open the packs and who grade them, and the grading companies get a lot of money from this because there are lots of people that are looking to grade their cards, because if you get for example, a PSA 10 or a PSA 9 card, if you don't know, there are these slabs right here. It kind of determines that the card is authentic and that the card is in good condition, with a PSA 10 or a 10 or a gem mint being the best possible rating for the card. It's in the best condition, and these are highly collectible, highly valuable. You can store them and they're gonna keep their value quite well. So there's people that buy the kind of products from the poke investors, or they open them up, or they buy them in themselves. Then there's the people who sell the individual cards on card marketplaces like Card Market in the EU. And then there's the people who buy the cards and look for the ones that are in the best condition and then send them in for grading, and even they can get a profit, because if you grade a card, you maybe pay like 30 euros, but the card's value might rise around 300 euros because it is graded. You can sell it on onwards, like is in better condition. And of course, when it's graded, there's kind of a guarantee that the condition is going to be good and it's going to be collectible and valuable for the long term. And probably at the end of that is also again someone else who's looking to make some money. So it's kind of this circular economy of people just buying shit with the idea of getting crazy returns. So this shit is a circle with greedy people who are looking for a quick bag. Do you know who's gonna be left or is left out of this circle of mania? It's little kids. It's this guy over here. He's sad because he has to buy shit. I work at a grocery store, so I see this in person. There's a lot of kids out there who want Pokemon because it's big right now. People are making YouTube videos about it. People are opening the backpacks. It's kind of like gambling, and the cards are so liquid right now. You can sell them so fast that if you buy a €5 pack and you get a €40 card, you can just sell it onwards, or you can kind of keep it with this idea of its value rising, and people are gonna pay more for it in the future. But of course, the prices have risen, and for example, in Finland, the prices are so crazy in grocery stores for Pokemon Pokemon backpacks that they're really not worth getting, and oftentimes even they have been scalped. So the only products left are the ones like the big magazines that have a few cards in them, or the ones that are like really not worth anything at all. You get like a few shitty cards and it costs a lot, and the kids are buying it and they don't get the value, they don't get the nice cards, they don't get the hobby, they don't get it for cheap, everything is expensive, they can't enjoy it. Of course, there's huge amount of shitty cards, like common cards. They really don't cost anything that they can get, but the actual cool cards with the good designs and the collectability, it's getting too expensive, and it's just getting crazy. People are doing the same things as is happening with stocks, where like people are like treating these physical objects, these toys and these games, it's a toy, it's a game, as physical investments. And there's services like Collector where you can kind of build your portfolio. So tell the cards that you own and get a graph and follow even the daily movements of the prices of the cards. And you can see here they have gone up like crazy. And this is just so weird to me because, of course, the cards are not that liquid, but people are treating them like liquid investments, and a lot of people are coming onto the scene who are not really interested in the core game or the designs of them or the artwork. They're greedy, and this means trouble, because these people are gonna jump out of the game at the slightest chance or the slightest drop of the market. And it's gonna happen, I predict, because the amount of people kind of holding the sealed products is so much that when they don't want to hold it anymore, when the prices drop, they really don't. Like, a lot of people, they're thinking that they're gonna hold for the long term, but 20 years, for example, is such a long time that not everyone can hold like storages full of Pokemon products for that amount of time. They're gonna cave in, they're gonna sell it, and the prices are gonna drop. And of course, the new cards are gonna flood the market, and it's gonna go bad. Of course, that is not the only aspect of it, and I don't think that the future is looking only negative for Pokemon card market in general. Of course, people are willing to pay a lot for them right now, and it's hard to tell if it's going to continue or not. I would say the prices are pretty unrealistic. If you can get fair prices for new Pokemon products at the store that are unopened, and you like it, you like the artwork, you like the design, or maybe you just want to actually play the game, I would definitely go for it. And I don't want to kind of, for any kids or anyone, just say that you shouldn't do it. Also, if you are like an investor and you want to take on risk and you want kind of something physical and try it out, you can try it out. I actually do have some Pokemon product that I'm gonna go into soon, but it's risky. And you should really be thinking about the long term. You shouldn't have all your money in this. Definitely not. It's getting crazy, and the amount of greed right now all over the world is stupid. Of course, there's the stock market, which is in a bubble, arguably. In my opinion, it's in a bit of a bubble. At least the valuations are really, really high, at the highest they've been in tens of years. And the Korean stock market, for example, people are taking out crazy leverage on these tech companies with the idea of them going up forever. But rarely that does happen. Rarely that really does happen. And I think the scalping, for example, it just doesn't make sense to me. If you can buy products new, buy them new. And I get that there's sometimes more demand than supply, but I don't know, the idea of scalping something new and selling it online just really feels weird to me. I wouldn't ever buy from a scalper. Well, maybe if I needed something really bad, but something like Pokemon cards, it's not really that essential. But yeah, I'm gonna show you my few Pokemon cards that I have. I actually got them for free. It's kind of a funny story, but I actually kind of found them, and I'm not gonna go too much in detail on that, but I got them for free essentially, and I've sold most of them, and I got them a long time ago, so the prices have gone up like crazy. So now I have held on to a few of them, mainly as kind of like an intrigue. This might be a sign of a bubble when someone like me, who's not really interested in the game or the franchise or the artwork, I do like the artwork and some of the cards, gets interested in this. Of course, Logan Paul, I'm not really interested in him either, but he has put a big wave onto the market with people thinking these as investments and as things that will hold their value. And for the time being, they have held their value because of the high demand, mainly by kids and other scalpers and greedy people. But yeah, I have this card. It's an old card. It's like $800. Or based by this site. I think it's going to be more like 400 or 500. But even on this, the prices doubled in a year, even though this is a really old card. But I'm at a crossroads with this because I don't know what to do with it. Because of course my own investing philosophy would say to sell it immediately because I don't know much about it. But then again, it's also graded, so don't really know. I think I'm going to be keeping it for now, and if the crash comes, the crash will come, and I'm definitely fine with that. But I think in the long term, holding something like this, because these are not going to be printed, or hopefully at least not, and you can never know, but I would bet that these are going to hold their value because these are all cards in good condition, etc. I don't know what I'm yapping about, but you should be really careful when going into these things for the greed aspect. Just don't go in there for the crazy money. For the end here, let's look at some more videos of the scalping because it's fun. It's always fun to laugh at other people. Out of order. Oh, has someone put up the sign there?
Can you please leave me alone? Thank you.
No.
Alright. No, I'm not. The manager has to trespass me. So I've been told by the cops, you need to leave me alone. Alright. Thanks, bro.
What is this? There's a lot of people. Let's see. Mr. Sam's place on machine telling us not to use it. Yeah, the sign seems fake as hell. Out of order. Seems like someone doesn't want people to use them. Maybe someone is scalping it and they put that sign on there so other people will not use it. I don't know. Oh, then there's also people holy shit, manipulating the cards, and there's people online actually also cleaning the cards and doing restorations on them so they can buy a low grade card, and fix it up and, make it straight and etc and get it graded up, and so they can make money that way. So it's just crazy. I would buy it for the actual product that it is. It's a game. It's here's another video. Let's see.
Scalping, no scalping.
But that's like stupid. Like you're also scalping. If you're buying it new and you're like going crazy over it, you're a scalper as well. So I don't know. But yeah, I think that's it for the video. I've been blabbering for way too long right now. Actually, another thing that I forgot to talk about is that the Pokemon company is doing crazy. Their operating profit came in at 144 billion yen, which is a 43% jump. And their net profit came in at 120 billion yen, which is a 70% spike. So they're making crazy money for this, and good for them, honestly. Like, they're doing crazy right now, and might be a good time to start one of these companies. Maybe not, because of course you cannot just make a Pokemon out of nowhere, because the franchise is so big with just such a long history. But they're doing crazy over there, and good for them. And I think in general, business is gonna go more into this kind of like gambling and hype era, where people kind of are made to buy products with the idea that they can make money with the product. There was of course the kind of mochi trend on TikTok, where people were, I have to show you. Yeah, like these fucking videos. I don't even know, like mystery dumplings. This is like another toy for kids that is colorful, that is like has this aspect of, you can get the expensive one or the good one, which is gonna be like a different color than the other ones, and it's gonna be a bit more rare, and people are gonna buy it because kids want that one and they have to get that one, so they have to buy 10 of them, and it's just good business. But I would be wary of this stuff. I would not get that shit for my kids ever. Pokemon cards are fine, but this shit is getting crazy. But yeah, I've been blabbering on for way too long right now, so I need video ideas. So if you watched this far, send me some ideas in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the Pokemon card craze, and I'll see you next time. See ya.